Hello everyone. Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in live for our special branded webinar today. We're going to be crushing through some amazing content. I want to welcome you guys on. So honored to be your coach today as we crush some epic content when it comes to your brand. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. City, state, province, country. I'd love to know. I already see some of your comments that are streaming on through, which is awesome. Also, I'm going to challenge you to invite at least one bestie. So if you have another boss babe in your life, somebody who's crushing their goals as well, I would love for you to invite them here. We have our Facebook group going, Goal Digging Boss Babe, so just give them a tag. You can also share it, and we are streaming on YouTube as well. We have quite a few people watching on YouTube Live. I think this is a record for us, so shout out to YouTube. You guys are awesome. So let's jump right into the content. I'm so excited to go through this with you, and there's a lot to cover. I mean, honestly, this could be like a whole day. So we're going to cram it in. My goal is to be done in less than an hour, which means I have to talk really fast. Okay, so make sure you have pen and paper out and you are ready to rock. Also, we have a Hustle Smarter social pack for you. It comes with 300 templates. That was our gift to you for registering. So if you went through the proper channels and actually registered for this, you will see that we sent that to you. It's also in the back office. We use Teachable. You can always reach out to our customer service if you need help with that. In this workshop, I'm going to show you exactly how to finally get crystal clear on your personal brand. Put me in the comments if you're ready to get that clarity. Learn how to create a brand that truly reflects who you are, what you stand for, and learn the strategies that will help you define and communicate your unique value. That's the trick with all of this, is we have to figure out how we marry your skill sets, your passion, and what you're actually selling with your audience. And we need to be able to connect with your ideal avatar and your audience, and that's going to happen through that clarity. If you're new to working with me, this workshop's the perfect way for you to see just how easy it is for me to help you grow your biz on social. Most people overcomplicate this, and you just have to learn how to take action. But a lot of times you don't know how to take action because you don't have the clarity, right? So if you've not worked with me before, I want you to put new in the comments. I would love to know if you are new and if you've worked with me before. Let me know in the comments if you are new. And for our team, FYI, we do have quite a few streaming in from YouTube, as I mentioned. So say hello to those folks over there as well. As I get to know you, being here right now, it tells me that you're somebody who's extremely committed to figuring out how to make your online business profitable, even if you haven't made any money yet. So if you haven't made any money and you're wondering, is this for you? The key is you just have to keep learning, keep plugging in, keep implementing, and eventually you will get there. And you being here, spending this time with me right now, it shows me that you are committed, and that is what is going to set you apart. Also, as a gift for registering, we have this beautiful guide Abby and I put together for you guys. There's 73 pages of amazing awesomeness when it comes to branding. So like I said, I'm going to go at a really fast pace here. You obviously can come back and watch this again, and the guide will help you be able to read through and just kind of really absorb some of these principles. So obviously this guide has all kinds of resources for you to really get your brand presence in place, build that audience, scale your brand. We have that for you as a gift for registering. That's also in your back office. So make sure you access that as well. I'm also going to drop a couple of other things before we dive in. We put together a couple of special offers just for this webinar. You will not see it outside of this webinar. So I'm going to mention it real quick right now, and our team will drop the links in the comments. You're welcome to grab those. Definitely stay in the webinar, so just save those links and put them in your notepad app. We have Bring Your Brand to Life Done For You bundle. So it actually took 200 different templates. We use Canva, all the things that you need for your brand. So this is social media templates for every single platform. I'm talking YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram. We have tons of social media templates. It also includes tons of lead magnets. I know a lot of you need lead magnets. That's in the Bring Your Brand to Life bundle. And there's also some other resources that you might need for your brand in general, business cards, that kind of thing. So we'll put that below. The next thing is we have 80 brand boards. So we put together brand boards that have your fonts, your colors, your logos. There's 80, so that way you can look at them. If you've ever seen other people and you just see their brand is cohesive and you're missing that cohesiveness, we have 80 brand boards for you. And the final thing I'll mention is our content bank. It's a weekly planner. I actually created it in Google Sheets. And when I made it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is what's been missing for years. So with the content bank, you actually are going to use it with Google Sheets, and you actually can plan out all of your content for Instagram, for Facebook. You're going to have everything done in the content bank, and I teach you how to do it. So you have your reel cover done, you have the caption done, you have all your hashtags saved. I mean, you can recycle it, repurpose. It's going to blow your mind. But finally, it's a way to get your content organized. So I'm most excited about that one. Check those special offers out just for being part of this webinar. If you've not worked with me or you're excited to implement what you're going to learn today, wanted to share this is from Andrea. She says, I've recruited 4 new distributors on my team recently. So she's somebody who's worked in our programs with us. In addition, she had 33 new customers. She's on the leaderboard for her company and has started her public speaking journey by going on top leaders' morning shows, which is really amazing. You might be wondering if this workshop is for you. This is for network marketers, coaches, direct sellers, affiliate marketers, course creators, consultants, digital marketers, authors, speakers, service providers, brand designers, freelancers, virtual assistants, copywriters, content creators, web designers, PR managers, influencers, ad managers, and photographers, really anybody. So if you want to build a business on social media, that you are in the right place. This is what that is all about. So here's what's in store for you. This is what we're going to go over. Learning how a strong brand contributes to your online success, okay? Because sometimes people think brands are for big companies, or if you have a coaching business, it's actually for everyone. Developing your specific ideal avatar so that your messaging is on point. When you don't have that clarity, we'll talk about it's going to cause all kinds of havoc in your effectiveness online. Achieving mastery in your content strategy through impactful clarity. It's my favorite word, because when I see people struggle, I don't think it's because they don't want to build the business. Can you guys relate to this? Like, you want this so bad. You see other people doing it. You see people having success. Maybe you've had success in corporate or in another business, and you want to do this. And you see people doing it, and you want it, but you find yourself not doing it. Or you find yourself just getting stuck in overwhelm, or you're just confused. Put me in the comments where you want to do it, but you're not doing it. Well, I often find it's actually because you're confused. A confused mind does nothing. That's literally what happens. So the clarity is essential. Turning your social media content into automatic lead generation. Who here would like to have leads coming in on autopilot? For real. That's totally possible. I don't reach out to people and DM them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Lots of people do it, and you can absolutely do that if you don't have leads coming in. I don't, and I haven't for years. I've always been a top recruiter in network marketing. Obviously, we built a multi-million-dollar coaching business, and the way I've done it is through social media. So if that sounds fun to you, like, gosh, I would love to have leads coming in, that's what we're going to discuss today. And converting sales quicker with the relationship marketing method. I'm all about relationship building. And when you can build relationships, you will be able to have customers, clients, students, whoever you're working with for years and years. Some of you, I've known you since 2017, 2018, 2019. Some of you have known for years. I'll also have some of you will go off somewhere else and you'll come back. Why? Because we have those relationships between us built. Lacey says, before I met Kimberly, I only dreamed about being an entrepreneur. After meeting her and joining her program, I developed multiple lead magnets, grew an email list, launched a challenge, created an offer, and am now making repeatable 5-figure sales. This is an overview of just top small business statistics, say that 10 times fast, for this last year that just finished up, just to give you guys an idea of the playing field here. Like, what are we working with? Is it viable to build a business online? Are small businesses successful? What is happening in the marketplace? So there are 32 million small businesses just in the United States. And I know we have a global presence here in the audience. So this is just a snapshot of one country. Small businesses account for 64% of new jobs. You guys hear that? What does that mean? Creating 1.5 million jobs in the US each year. Almost all businesses in the US are considered small businesses. 60% are starting a business to be their own boss. How many of you have always had a dream to be your own boss? Like, I've never done well with authority. I've always had leadership roles in corporate, and I was always in butting heads with the owner or CEO, because in my mind, I'm like, this is the way you should do it. What you're doing, it isn't making any sense. That didn't always work out. So how many of you know that you really want to be your own boss, right? And there are over 400 million small businesses in the world. Isn't that cool? How big is the digital marketing industry? The global digital advertising and marketing market was estimated at $350 billion in 2020 and is projected to reach almost $800 billion by 2026. And we are absolutely on track for that. We've had exponential growth every single year, and it is going to continue to be the way of the future. Now, we're going to go through the 5 steps right now. So again, make sure you have pen and paper out. Step 1, learning how a strong brand contributes to your online success. This is the first step. So the truth is most online marketers don't actually have a clear brand. Their social media is made up of a mess of mixed content without direction. So when I do audits, I'm always just like, okay, like I have no idea what you're about. There's just so much randomness going on. We're all multidimensional. We have lots of things happening. If you look at my social media, I promote so many different things in a given moment. Okay. It's not about having multiple things to promote. It all needs to go together. It all needs to make sense. And it needs to be really obvious of what you're about. So for me, we teach female entrepreneurs how to monetize their brands on social media. That's it. If you look at everything that I offer and our team offers as a company, it all falls under that umbrella. And that's why I have the clarity and the messaging on point, and I'm attracting the people to me like you. So here's an example. The top one, Stephanie Laffler, she's one of our master certified gold digger coaches, which is our highest designation and distinction you can receive in our community. So she's learned all of this, but she said I could share this with you guys. The top image was her Facebook cover. I think circa like 2017, 2018. This is her Facebook cover. So what she was doing essentially is she was branding her network marketing company, and she's obviously using that company and pictures of someone else that's not her. And also, is it really that clear of what it's about? To me, it just looks salesy and it looks like she's promoting a product. Once she went through our programs, and she's big on implementing, she is an implementer. Look at the transformation here. She has a brand, and it's a solid brand. She's been top in her company. She's been with her company for a decade. She's earned every single incentive trip that they have. Her social media, her following is massive. She crushes her content. But look, menopause makeover, a community for women going through menopause, early stages are already through it. So she's very specific. You're either going through it, you've gone through it, or about to go through it. Join us here. She has the colors. It all goes together. That is a solid brand. Right away, you know what Stephanie's all about. Now I want you to ask this question. If I came to your social media right now, would I know what you were all about? Would it be very obvious if you were for me, if I should take that next step and follow you? Step 2 is developing your specific ideal avatar so that your messaging is on point. If your messaging isn't written in a way to land directly with your ideal avatar, they will not resonate with it, and they're going to keep on scrolling. So there was a gal, and if she's on here, I'm sure she doesn't mind me sharing, and I won't say her name, but she's not alone. She reached out to me yesterday and she said, look, I want this so bad. I want this to work. I'm hustling. I'm posting all the time. I'm sharing this with people. Like, what am I doing wrong? So I pulled up her social media to look through it to give her some feedback. And one of the very first posts she wrote, she was saying how people were, how was she putting it? People weren't willing to do the work. That's what it was. So many people want this and they're not willing to do the work. And she went on and on. It was kind of like a rant, but she was basically like saying, if you don't do the work, you're not going to be successful. But she was talking about a specific person. And I said, you're speaking to the person you don't want to work with. I said, how about you write a post that says, hey, if you've been out, you've tried before, you've worked hard, you feel overwhelmed, you're busy, and you just want something easy, you can add in, maybe you work full time and you just need an extra side hustle. I actually have a proven system that you can plug into. DM me or put me below if you want to find out more about how us mamas are creating a successful side hustle. The person who is sitting there, who has a job and who wants a side hustle, or maybe they're home with kiddos and they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm doing. And they see her post saying, hey, if you want a simple system, DM me. They're going to respond, especially if she keeps doing it and stays consistent. So a lot of you are actually not writing your content for your avatar. You need to know how to speak to your avatar. You need to know who your avatar is. And the language needs to be on point as well. Step 3 is achieving mastery in your content strategy through impactful clarity. Most online entrepreneurs don't actually have a consistent content strategy in place. Even if they plan it out, very few stick with it and ensure it is truly effective in converting. So what happens is that you don't have the clarity that you need. So you find yourself scrambling a bit with content, or you pull up your phone and you're just like deer in the headlights. Put me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. You're staring at your phone for 30 minutes and you're just like, I literally don't even know what to post right now. Or you hear people talking about batch recording, batch creating content, and you're just like, what does that mean? How do I do that? I don't even know what to post today. Well, what you have to figure out is, what is your content strategy? So once you know what your brand is, who you are, and what you're all about, you know who your avatar is, then you can figure out what are the topics you're going to focus on with your content to serve that audience. So for me, as I shared with you, I just want to help the female entrepreneur monetize her brand on social media. So one of the ways I'm going to help with that might be how she can get more views on her reels. And that way she can specifically get in front of non-followers. Because I know for my people, they really need to build their audience. That's usually what I see, is they need to build their audience, get leads. So I'm going to create content around how to get more views, how to get in front of more non-followers, how to get those people commenting and saying that they want your stuff and getting those leads. And I'm going to teach how to close those sales in the DMs. I know my person. I know you. I know exactly what you struggle with. And you can see it in my content. Look at all of our YouTube videos, our podcast episodes. This webinar in itself, we had thousands of people register for this, you guys. Why? Because I know our audience. I know you. I know what keeps you up late at night. Do you know your person, your avatar? Do you know what their struggles are? Do you know what kind of content you can create to help that person? That's what you've got to figure out. Step 4 is turning your social media content into automatic lead generation. Being able to produce valuable content that generates leads is missing for most building online. Ongoing sales come from new leads created consistently. So you've all heard of the sales funnel. We teach this inside of our programs, but you have your sales funnel. And what happens is you have your funnel, and let's just say you do a reel and it goes viral and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 100 leads. Okay. So we have our funnel, we have the 100 leads come in at the top of the funnel and they're going to drop off. Some of them won't respond to your DMs. Some of them say no, they don't want it. Some of them just fizzle out. Okay. You get to the bottom and you probably would if you're solid, you're going to convert 10%. So out of the 100, you have 10 that hopefully you've closed into as a customer, business builder, team member, whatever. Now you've moved all those people through your funnel through follow-up, DMing, maybe adding them to a Facebook group, maybe sending a resource. Now what? If you don't have new leads coming in every day, you're gonna dry up. Your well is gonna dry up. And this is why a lot of times when people hit rank advancements or they have a really good month in business as a coach, and then the next month falls flat because they didn't fill up their funnel. They didn't keep it going. It has to be a well-oiled machine. Well, the best way to do that is to turn your social media content into an automatic lead gen. So we generate dozens and dozens and dozens, sometimes hundreds, which can be a lot for the team. Shout out to Team Gold Digger. It's a lot of tagging. It's a lot of messaging. It's a lot of DMing because there's so much going on in our platforms. And so that's a good problem to have. I always say, wow, like I'm so grateful that I have all these people to talk to in Messenger. So you want to think about it that way. How can you learn how to get your social media content to a point where people are raising their hand? So this is an example of what that would look like. So side hustles, 1K per day was the reel we did. I had about 10,000 views on it. Yes. And I think, I can't remember, Abby, but I want to say this maybe got 150, 200 leads. See all those people putting guide? Those are all leads, every single one of them. And I actually recognize a few of the names on there. They've actually converted and done business with us in some way. Step 5, converting sales quicker with the relationship marketing method. Imagine being able to get off the awkward struggle bus of traditional sales and let your relationship building do the work for you. How many of you have chatted with me in Messenger at some point and you ended up buying something from me? Because I see you guys in here. A lot of you are on in our coaching program. Some of you are on my team as an affiliate. Did it ever feel awkward for you? Did you ever feel pressured by me? Were you ever just like, oh my gosh, this Kimberly, right? No, it was like two friends having a conversation. And most likely you looked to me as a mentor. So mentor sharing with that mentee, hey, this would be a good fit for you and here's why. Or this is why I would recommend this. So what's really cool about that is when you learn how to build relationships, you're never salesy. You don't have to worry about being salesy. It's not icky. The other thing that comes into this, and we're not getting into mindset here today, is the mindset piece. I'm confident in myself and I have conviction in what I offer. And I know for a fact, if I'm chatting with you and I'm sharing something with you and you're considering it, in my heart, I'm sharing it with you because I know it's a good fit for you. There's some of you where I've actually said, oh, I don't think this is a good fit for you. You're not ready for that. People appreciate that, but that's because it comes from a genuine place. Okay. Is this making sense? Put me in the comments if this is making sense. Now, out of those, let me go back really quick. Which one do you think you need to work on the most? Step one, learning how a strong brand contributes to your online success. So that would be if you feel like your brand isn't clear, put a 1 in the comments. 2 would be developing your specific ideal avatar so that your messaging is on point. So put 2 if you feel you struggle with the avatar piece. When you hear me say like, you need to know your avatar, you're just like, Kimberly, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Step 3 is achieving mastery in your content strategy. So put a 3 if you're struggling with content. You're not consistent. You don't feel like you even know what the topics should be. Put 3. 4 would be if your social media, maybe you're putting social media out there and creating content, but you're not generating leads. Put 4. And then step 5 would be converting sales quicker with a relationship marketing method. Basically, if sales just give you hives or you feel itchy just thinking about it, or your stomach hurts, or you're just like, resistance, you just know you're not comfortable in this space and you're not closing sales in the DMs, put 5 in the comments. I suspect that's a big 5 for a lot of you. You're not alone. It's okay. That's why you're here with me. The strategies I'm about to teach you are exactly what I use to generate over $10 million in sales. And that's part goal digger, that's part network marketing, different things I've done. Teach more than 10,000 students. We've had over 10,000 students in our community. It's so cool. And going from 6 figures of debt, if you guys didn't know, I was in 6 figures of debt in 2017 when I got into network marketing. I was in debt that whole time. The whole time I've been online, I was in debt, but I got all the way up to 6 figures. That was my big moment there. And I was able to go from 6 figures to generating consistent 7 figures every year in my business. So we'll break $1 million this year. We've ranged from just over $1 million. Our biggest year was one year we did almost 2.6 million. Another year we did almost 2.7 million, to give you an idea. But look at this. Somebody take a screenshot of this, okay, for yourself. And I want you to come back to this when you're having a bad day. Okay, when you're like, should I do this? Should I quit? I want you to remember my story, okay? By the end of 2017, I was beyond frustrated and completely exhausted by my lack of results. So I got online in 2011 and I started a YouTube channel and a blog called FitKim, FITKIM. I have PhDs in natural health and holistic nutrition. As a personal trainer, and I was like, man, I'd love to like teach other people. I just naturally love teaching. Started that out, lost almost $18,000 my first year, buying all the things, setting everything up, trying to figure it all out. Next year, little better, 10,000. The next year I lost almost 4K. Let's just pause for a moment. And I was working full time this whole time. And we had like 2 pennies to pinch together, rub together. What's the saying? I don't know. Yeah, Lisa Barker, shout out. She knew me in my FitKim days. So how many of you would probably have quit at that point? Okay. Like maybe you're not cut out for this. Oh no, I had that dream. I just kept going like a dog with a bone. Just kept going because I had the dream. I knew that I was meant to be an entrepreneur. 2014, oh my word, I just barely broke even. I was in the green. I was profitable. And I limped along for several years and years. Okay, never enough to even consider quitting my full-time job. And in 2018, I actually hired my first coach, and I didn't have the money for it. And I did it anyways because she was all about personal branding. And I was like, oh, specifically social media. And I was like, that's what's missing. I don't have a personal brand. I don't understand social media. So I hired her in 2018. I was still working full time. I actually resigned in the end of that summer. And just my business alone, not my corporate job, I did $150,000 and I was by myself. I had a super part-time VA. I went from losing money the first couple of years to more than 10xing the year I hired a coach. So what's my message? Don't go it alone. Don't try to figure this stuff out by yourself. Find somebody who's already figured it out and learn everything possible that you can learn from that person. Not only that, I've been able to repeat the success year after year. For the last 4 years, we've averaged $2 million in cash collected. The best part, my students are using this system as well, and it's working for them, right? It's not enough just for it to work for me. It needs to work for other people. That's that duplication that we all want. So here are some of our students. Raynell says, I set myself 3 business goals at the beginning of 6FB. So this is one of our group coaching programs. It's not open right now, but she was in our program. She wanted to reach executive rank, earn a trip to Dubai, and seal the deal on her 10-year anniversary cruise. And she met all of those goals halfway through the year. So she was actually in a program in 2020, set these goals, and she hit all of them by May. Below her, Lisa says, I hit senior director. That was a rank in her network marketing company. She says, this has been huge, a huge goal of mine for so many reasons. And look below at the bottom, you can see her statistics. 48% increase in personal volume, 34% increase in monthly team, 55 in career team, and 7 personally sponsored teammates. And on the right, Ginny says, just popping in here to say thank you for all you've poured into me. My business literally exploded in November. Highest personal volume ever, 3 new recruits. She has girls who saw her explosion asking to join, rank advance, and earned her first ever 5-figure check. So that's pretty cool for Ginny. Amy says, every minute, every dollar was 150% worth hiring Kimberly as a business coach. Without her personal encouragement, I would not have done the work and pushed the button, raising my monthly prices. She's in a service-based industry as a bookkeeping, financial space. And she did a price increase, and it gave her an immediate $50,000 increase in annual income. So she did one of our programs called the Millionaire Mindset Experience. And below that, it says, it's been 3 years since I took the Gold Digger Girls program. Goodness, my growth game has soared ever since. I just recruited 3 people in 1 day. The girl next to her, I think that's Sarah. I hit top 10 in sales on my team, offering coaching for my personal team. I'm excited to start coaching, and she's learned so much with the certifications. And then Kat says, I've been following Kimberly from way back, love her vibe, learn something new every day. And then towards the end, she says, I was signing up on average 2 people per day. And in 1 month, she signed up 56 paying clients. Put me below if you'd like to sign up 56 people in 1 month for whatever it is that you do. That's epic. This should get you excited and ready to create your own success like this. Okay, it's time. Are you guys ready to build out your brand in less than an hour? That's what we're going to do. And we're already halfway through the training, so it's not going to take us an hour. You guys ready to build out your brand? That's what we're going to do. And I want you to write this down. What would you like to accomplish in your business in the next 90 days? Well, we'll say 90 to 120 days. So between now and the end of the year, what would you like to accomplish in your business? So maybe it's getting consistent clients. Maybe it's getting new leads every day. Maybe for you, it's paying off a car note or one of your credit cards, or maybe you want to be able to go from full-time to part-time with your regular 9-to-5 job. What would you like to accomplish in the next 90 days? Jot that down for me, okay? And I want to know, is monetizing your brand on social a now or a later thing? So I'm looking to help those that are truly motivated and serious about their business. So and just be honest with yourself. For some of you, it might not be a priority right now. You might have stumbled upon this webinar and you're like, okay, she seems cool and she's really excited about this, but you really aren't ready to do this, to get the clarity and really dig in and figure this out. But I want to know, put yes if that's you. If you are ready, you're ready to monetize your brand now. See, I like how Stacy put now in capital letters. That's what I'm talking about, sister. Like, you are ready now. You're like, we're done. My back's against the wall. I'm sick and tired of wanting to figure this out, and I keep putting it off, or I keep procrastinating or getting distracted. Now, if you are ready, put now, yes, I'm ready, in the comments. When it comes to building your personal brand, what are you struggling with the most? So I would love to know, put this in the comments for me. Out of all these things listed here, if you can see the screen, I know some of you might just be listening in. What are you struggling with the most? So is it engaging content creation? You're just putting content out there, but people aren't engaging. Is it building trust? So you feel as though that know, like, and trust factor, it's not there. Target audience identification. So you actually don't know who your avatar is or really specifically what their issues are. Adaptability. So do you feel like, you're relatable, you're able to pivot, you're able to develop your brand? Brand visibility would be reach. So this would be number of followers, how much engagement you're getting, how much your accounts are reaching. Effective marketing. So do you feel like you know how to effectively market yourself? Visual identity, that would be the brand aesthetics that we talked about. Defining your unique value, like how are you different, right? Like how do you stand out? Why do people want to do business with you? Your brand voice. So if I say, show me some content where you really shared who you are. And what is the consistency with your content? What is some of the language? What are some of the words you use? Even down to emojis, that's all part of that brand voice. And that consistent messaging. So that would be with when you're writing your captions or even the words in your stories, the consistent messaging. Are you struggling with that? Okay. So what are you struggling with the most? Put that in the comments for me. So we have a lot of, you guys are there's a mix of what you guys are putting down. So a little bit of everything it looks like. Okay, so brand and effective marketing. So just the brand in general, the value is a big one. Okay, so how you are special. That comes down to mindset. So you need to look in the mirror, you need to tell yourself you're awesome. Ask people that love you, that are close to you, to say, when you think of me, what are some things I've helped you with? What are some positive things about me? That really typically comes down to mindset work. Okay, so this is what I'm going to teach you today, the wheel of branding. So get out pen and paper if you haven't already. And I want you to copy the circle, the big circle in the middle. It's not really in the middle, but the big circle. So put a big circle on your paper. And the middle part can just be more of like a little spoke of a wheel. It doesn't have to be big like that. Or you can write wheel of branding in the center if you want. So what you're going to do, there's 5 sections. So slice up your wheel into 5 sections. Just do your best. And then what I want you to do is I want you to write your brand on one part of the wheel, if you can see the example. Write content strategy, signature content, community or list, and then converting sales. Okay, so go ahead and write that down. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go through each section, and what you're going to be doing essentially is rating each section on a scale of 1 to 10. So a 1, I should even say a scale of 0 to 10. 0, you wouldn't fill in anything for the section. So I don't know if you can see the arrow on here. Let me see if it does it. Kind of curious, actually. I don't think so. That's fine. Okay. So see where it says your brand? This whole section you would leave empty if your rating was a 0. If your rating is a 10, you fill in the whole section. Okay. So let's go through each one and I'll give you a minute to fill it in. So what you're going to do is think about your brand, as we talked about. Is your brand on point? Is it dialed in? Does your social media reflect it? If I went to your Facebook personal profile, looked at your cover or maybe a Facebook group, the bio that you have on Instagram, wherever you are on social media, would I know who you are, who you serve, and how you help those people? Are the aesthetics consistent? If you have reel covers or captions or fonts you're using in your reels, are the fonts similar? Are the colors consistent? The aesthetics, scale of 0 to 10, 1 to 10, however you want to say it. You're going to fill that in. Okay. Where are you at? 10 is like, Kimberly, I could be teaching this. Okay. 0 is brand. What brand? I just found this webinar and I have no idea what you're talking about. The next section, content strategy. So this would be, do you have an actual strategy for your content? Not you're showing up every day, which is great, but there's actual strategy to it. So what this would look like is we teach in our programs, we call it personal branding buckets, where you have 5 branding buckets and each bucket is a different type of content. So when you're creating your content, you're pulling from those different buckets, you're rotating through the buckets. So that way we can develop a brand consistency and messaging through the content. So going back to my example, I work with female entrepreneurs to teach them how to monetize their brands on social media. My content strategy includes teaching them how to make money, teaching them how to use social media to get leads, to grow their accounts. Also, I do a lot with mindset. That's a huge part of my brand. And obviously I have personal shares in there. I share a lot with my family, my kids, share my faith, obviously, and maybe other things that I'm into, right? Maybe a hobby, fitness, nutrition, that kind of thing. So a content strategy is where you have that content, those content buckets, branding buckets completed, figured out, and you're pulling from those. You're developing a brand consistency by the content strategy. So what would you say with your content strategy? 0 is you don't post at all, ever. Okay, maybe once or twice a year, like 0. You get a 0. If you're posting most days or every day, but you're not really getting much from it, and you're just kind of like shooting in the dark, you feel a little bit like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It might be like a 2 or a 3. Okay, content strategy, a 10 would be, that's what I do. I teach other people. I'm the master. Give me the mic, Kimberly. Like, I've got this. Okay, so go ahead and fill that in. The next one is signature content. So signature content is really important with elevating your authority and establishing your credibility in the marketplace. If you expect somebody to sign up under you as a network marketer, as an affiliate, to become your coaching client, to hire you as a VA, or for you to do their social media, they need to know that you are an expert. You do not have to be the best. You do not have to get special certifications and degrees. You need to be ahead of them, but you need to position yourself online as an authority. So think about authorities. Like, let's say there was a natural disaster and it was something unique. They would bring in an authority and interview the authority about the natural disaster, right? You're not like, so Mr. Authority, let me see your degrees. What college did you go to? You're just like, oh, there's an authority here. Let's hear what they have to say. It's kind of like that, okay? So signature content examples are, and it's got to be weekly. Signature content, it can be things such as weekly Facebook Lives, weekly Instagram Lives, going live every week on LinkedIn. You can also do that there. You can go live on TikTok every week. You can do a YouTube episode every week and produce an episode. It doesn't have to be live, or go live on YouTube. You can also do a podcast episode. You could do your own TV show, right? That's a virtual experience. So think about the different things out there. Do you have signature content in place? Or it could be a blog. You could produce a blog post every week and email it out. Think about yourself and what you're doing in your business right now. Do you have signature content in place? And are you sending it out weekly? Are you creating it weekly? So if you don't have any of that, put a 0. Don't fill anything in. Maybe you've done it before here and there. Maybe it's a 1 or a 2. But if you do it every week, it gets you business. It's working for you. You love it. You have it dialed in. Then you can fill that section in. The next one is community or list. So I'm going to give you 2 choices here, or you can look at both of them holistically. Community would be a Facebook group, or I know there's communities in things like Go High Level and different platforms now. But what I mean by that is you have members in a community in some way. Might be a channel, a special channel on Instagram. You have a community that's your people, okay? Or you have your email list, or both, okay? So if you have one going, like you've got a rockin' Facebook group, maybe in here you even split the line there within the section, and maybe you rate yourself on your list and you're gonna work on an email list, okay? For a healthy brand, we have to have our people in a container of some sort. So that might be a Facebook group or an email list, but we need our people somewhere. That way, just like me doing this webinar, you have a place to go to connect with them, to offer value, do special trainings, let them know about your offers. So the community or list is essential for a strong brand, okay? So fill that one in, and you can choose community or list, maybe just circle which one you're gonna focus on, or both. And then the final one is converting sales. So with converting sales, are you closing business every single day? Now, you might be in a industry where that's not practical and it doesn't even make sense. We shared earlier, we were talking about Amy. She's a student of ours, and she works with clients, and it's one-to-one work. Basically, she can't take on new clients every day. That might not make sense for your business. And do you have consistent sales coming in? Because clients will quit. Clients will complete their time with you. Clients will go somewhere else, right? So eventually, who you're working with right now, they're going to move on, right? Or they're going to be done. You need new clients coming in. So are you converting sales consistently and confidently? So if you're not making any sales at all, and you're not making any money in your business, this would be a 0. If you're making some money, couple $100 a month, maybe $1,000 a month. That would probably be a 2 or 3. If you're making, multiple, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, you're going to fill this up more. If you're a 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner, you're probably going to fill it way up. And for most people, you're not all the way to a 10, because this is an area that people want to continually improve upon, but you might be good. Okay. We make sales in our company every single day. So do we want to increase that? Of course. I mean, who doesn't, right? But you also want to get to a point where the type of business you want. Do you want to scale it to a really big company, or do you like boutique style? Do you do one-to-one work, or do you do one-to-many? You have group coaching? Do you sell courses? It really depends. So how would you rate yourself with converting sales? So fill that in. So we have our wheel of branding, and then see the example. Yours should look something like that, where parts are filled in, parts aren't filled in, parts are partially filled in. If you accurately fill this out, most likely it's going to look something like that example. So taking a look at your wheel of branding, I want you to write down for me one area. Out of the wheel, which area are you doing the best in right now? So which area are you like, yeah, like I gave myself some credit there. I feel like I've got that down. Okay. And if it's like, Kimberly, I suck at all of this. You don't suck at it. You're here. Okay. So give yourself some credit. But which one would you say is the one that you're doing the best at right now? So put that in the comments for me. And then out of all of these, which one would you say is the one that you need to do the most work right now? Which one do you need to do? Oh, hey, Laura Lee, nice to see you on here. Which one do you need to do the most work on? Where you're like, oh, like this is glaringly obvious. That's what's been missing for me. And you do need all of them if you want to build a brand like I've built, one that can stand the test of time, one that can handle global pandemics and all the changes with the economy and the marketplace and social media. If you want a long-term sustainable business online, this, I believe, is essential. All pieces of this wheel. So where do you need to improve? Okay, so a lot with sales and content. Interesting. Okay. That makes sense, actually. If you don't have the content dialed in, it's hard to make those sales. Yeah, good point. So what's really cool about this, and you can reassess, I want you to save this and say to yourself, okay, I now know I need to work on my content, and I'm going to work on my sales. My content is going to lead to more leads and more sales happening. So I'm going to really focus on the content, for example. So this is going to allow you to see the big picture gaps in your online business. Then you can pull this exercise out again, maybe in 3 months from now, the end of the year, and assess and look and reassess and go, oh my goodness, I'm improving. Y'all don't give yourself enough credit when you're improving in things. So it just feels like you're constantly failing. That's not how this game works. You have to be able to see how you're progressing, because when you do that, your confidence builds and your self-image starts improving. Let's pause for a moment. I know we've covered a lot of opportunity for you. What has been your biggest takeaway so far? So give me some feedback. What would you say has been your biggest takeaway so far? Out of everything that I covered today, what has been your biggest takeaway, biggest aha moment, biggest like, oh, okay, it's clicking now. This is making sense. Let me know in the comments. Now I want to show you something from one payment processor. And we have, if you guys haven't seen on YouTube, we shared our actual May income, our financials for May. If you want to see like for real, like money coming in, money going out, all the things, you can watch it on YouTube. So this is just an example of a 2-week period from one payment processor. We have payment processors, lots of them. So you guys can see the deposit amounts, pretty consistent, not every day because this one's from Stripe and it doesn't deposit every day, sometimes weekends and stuff like that. But look at these numbers, 2,000, 10,000, 4,000, 3,000, 1,000, 1,002, 7, 7, 21, 7, okay? Look at these numbers. 90 days from now, what if this was coming into your bank account? Now, 90 days, depending on where you are right now, that might be a bit of a stretch. But even let's say by the end of the year, you have, one day is 1,000, another day, a couple days later is 2,000. Then maybe you have a big hit, 4 or 5K deposit, and then a 1K, right? Like, can you see this? These numbers coming in consistently. I want you to visualize it right now. I want you to imagine it. It would feel awesome. Exactly. How would it feel? I want you to feel it in your body, okay? Joe Dispenza talks about this all the time. We need to teach our bodies what it's going to feel like in the future now, because when you do that, then your body is moving in that direction. It wants that because you've trained your body to feel that way. It would feel amazing. to be able to have those numbers in your bank account, or even, a modification of that depending on where you're at right now. The feeling of accomplishment. Yeah. Imagining that, it would be amazing. And it is completely possible, because if you remember, I was broke when I started out with all of this. Didn't have the money mindset, didn't have the skills, didn't have the following, didn't have any of that. But I was hungry, I was driven, and I persevered. And I kept going even when I wanted to quit. I always say, like, if you're like, because it's so funny, but when I get messages, people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I've got this kiddo over here and then this kiddo. And I'm like, that's interesting and irrelevant. I love you and I don't care. Meaning, if you really want this, then you have to suck it up. Okay. You have to be able to say, you know what, that's interesting. And I'm still going to make this happen. I'm still going to overcome these challenges. Don't make your kids your excuse, make them your inspiration. Make sure to, I want to make sure you guys saw that. I know some of you jumped on after the beginning. We have a Hustle Smarter social pack for you in our teachable back office. So if you actually formally registered for this, we can get that for you, okay? Now I have something really special for you. This is perfect if you're ready to monetize your brand and attract qualified leads to you. I'm inviting you to a customized experience with me called The Vault. Okay, this is our membership program. Once in a while, we open it up. We've only opened it up one other time, so this is not open often. How many of you, just put boss in the comments, if you're watching this webinar right now and you're just like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. I need to learn from this woman. I want that kind of brand. I want the content strategy in place. I want leads coming in every day. I want to feel confident having conversations in Messenger and closing sales. I want to wake up with the payment processor notification saying, you have a deposit coming, you have a deposit coming. Put boss in the comments if you are just like, put me in, coach, like show me what to do, just teach me what to do. I want the guidance, I want the coaching, I want the mentorship, and I want the accountability. So in this program, I'm going to show you exactly how to explode your brand online. I'm talking no fluff, no BS, just clear steps to make money through social. If any of you have done the vault, let everybody know how much you love it. I don't sugarcoat. That is not in my DNA. Okay. I will tell you, I'll be like, you got to clean that up. You know how you get done with lunch with a friend and you get home and there's spinach, some janky spinach in your tooth. And you're just like, seriously, you didn't tell me that whole time I had the janky spinach in my teeth. I will tell you, you have the spinach in your teeth. In fact, I'll say, go clean that up, because it's not going to help you for me to be nice to you. Right. I care. I have a huge heart. You'll see that. But this is literally going to be just clear steps to make money through social. Okay, if you're overwhelmed and you're confused about all the things getting thrown at you, then you need to be in this, because it could not get simpler and it could not become more clear. So this is who I'm looking for. And I will tell you right now who I want to work with and who I do not want to work with. Okay, and then some of you, it might not be you. This is for people who are ready to take action and start bringing in clients. So you're ready to take action now. You're not one of those people like a looky-loo who's gonna like watch the videos and then feel really smart. Like, I'm talking, you're ready to take action, okay? You're ambitious and you have a strong desire to achieve your goals and push your limits. Okay, we're talking change here. I'm talking changing how you see yourself in this world. I'm talking for a lot of you, you have strong faiths. And I'm like looking at your social media. I'm like, I don't see any of that. I don't see a confident woman. And we have some gold digger dudes in our audience. I don't see the confidence. I don't see any of that. So you're ready for that. You're like, no, I am ready to show up. I'm ready to go all in. You're coachable with a positive and supportive attitude. If you are negative, if you whine and complain, if you go into chats and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't like this, please do not sign up. I am not interested in that at all. And if you're doing that in other chats, please stop. Okay. Never do that in a chat or a community. If you have an issue with something, go to the customer service, right? And give them that feedback. You're prepared to put in the effort as long as I give you a clear roadmap. So right now you're thinking, I am willing to do the work, Kimberly. I just need you to show me how. That's who I'm looking for. So if this is for you, you're going to love the vault, and I would absolutely love to work with you. So what do you get when you enroll in the vault? It's like Christmas in July. Oh, yeah, it is Christmas in July. All right. Most importantly, Tori's here. She's behind the scenes filming. She's our finance manager, and I arm wrestled her to come fly into Austin to do my photo shoot with me later today. So I'm not talking to like random, to who knows. It just looked really weird that I was talking to space just now. Hey, Tori. Okay. Most importantly, you're going to learn how to turn your brand into a revenue generating machine. You're going to discover strategies to bring in top-notch team members who align with your vision or clients. You're going to learn exactly how to attract leads who are genuinely interested in working with you. No more chasing. I feel like that needs to be in our swag shop, Team Goal Digger. No more chasing, okay? We are not chasing people. They are coming to us because we understand all of this. Jennifer is in our in the Vault program. We renamed it, but she's been in our program for quite some time. And look at this, you guys. She reached 100,000 followers on social media. In 1 year, she went from 2 jobs and her business to only doing her business full time. Is that not epic? This is one of my favorite stories because I'll never forget when she messaged me and I was like, wait, what? I didn't even know that you were doing all of this. She's like, oh yeah, I've just been watching the videos and implementing. I was like, what a concept, right? So awesome. Sean came through our programs and she's implemented her systems, her simple systems for her business. She's learned how to duplicate. She has the tools to help her overcome any limiting beliefs. And first time in years, she has a clear vision. I can't see who this one's from. Top 10 in the entire company, 5th place, only Canadian, record-breaking month, first time making top 10 since joining, being awarded a major promotion and going from 1,500 monthly to 50,000. And Andrea says she was able to fast track her business, manage her time more efficiently, mastered social media, implemented automation, and leveraged essential business tools. So the Vault's going to teach you how to build out your brand, get leads, and make money, but what exactly is included? So I'm going to encourage you to grab your phone. Now, if you're watching on your phone, you can just hit the screenshot button because there's a couple of things in here I'm going to share with you that this will be the only place you'll see it, okay? What you're going to get is access to over 75 and counting online courses in areas such as branding, content creation, lead gen, productivity, sales, and mindset mastery. You're also, this is what I want you to take a screenshot of. So if any of these areas are where you need to focus, take a screenshot so you can see the list of courses, okay? If you want to work on your brand, I want you to focus on level up your brand like a boss, engineer your celebrity, the Facebook Live formula, selfie superstar course, and boss it up, babe. If you want to get more leads, I want you to focus on 15-minute Facebook parties. Yes, they still work. Yes, they still rock. You're going to get a social media superstar template pack with over 340 graphics. Next level lead gen, all about lead gen, lead magnet lab, so we can actually build out your lead magnet together, and a 365-day content planning intensive. So in that one, we'll actually have you sit down and plan all your content. Even just quarterly, I would be happy with. You don't have to do the whole year at once. If you want to close more sales, focus on Enroll Like a Boss, Facebook group profit secrets, roadmap to recruiting, email marketing, and recruiting profit secrets. If you want to make more money online, focus on affiliate marketing, money mindset mastery, multiple streams, create a course boutique, and digital marketing unleashed. If you want to increase productivity, focus on these courses: AI Advantage, the Ultimate Trello Board, full training system, 10x your productivity, automate to dominate, and why balance is BS. You're also going to get, if you haven't gotten enough of me today, how would you like to see me, and just drop boss in the comments, how would you like to see me every single month? And get a special Q&A Zoom just for our Vault members and be able to ask those questions and to be able to say, hey, Kimberly, this is what I'm thinking for my brand. Or maybe some of you have 2 brands. You already have a personal Instagram account. You want to know, should you start a faceless account? Should you start another account? How do you meld it all together, right? All of that. How would you like to be able to work with me and be able to get that time? Hands-on application within the 75 courses to develop valuable skills. So for this, you guys, this is not you watching videos and just hearing me talk. Every single training I do, I give you an action step to implement. We call it #GetLit, learn, implement, and take action. That is the only way you are going to get results, is by taking action. You're also going to get our very famous monthly accountability Zooms. So once a month, at the very end of the month, we do an accountability Zoom. We have a process for it where we pull up how the month went. We'll go ahead and assess that, hold you accountable, and then we set your new goals for the month, the following month, the coming month, and we give you the action steps for it. You work that out, and then you have your plan. So I want you to imagine every month you're able to revisit your goals. Were you on track? What went? How did you fall off track? How do we get you back on track, right? All of that. But most importantly, we're going to set the goals for the next month and have your action plan figured out. This is one of my favorite things. People love it. We're seeing such growth and progress in it. It's awesome. Now, I'm sure you're sitting here going, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Did any of you think that to yourself? Wow, that's a lot of stuff, right? I'm trying to find something for you guys and I can't find it. That's okay. So what we actually do when you sign up for the vault, when you come in, you're going to take a quiz that I built. And once you take the quiz, I can see exactly where you are in your business right now. I'm actually going to put together a personalized, curated course list for you. And we actually work off of Trello. So everybody here is going to have a different Trello board based on your success track. And it's going to tell you exactly which courses to take in which order. So just take a nice breath, let it out, because you don't want to get into overwhelm, right? So you're going to get the personalized success tracks and your Trello board and all of that. And one of my favorite things is every month we add new courses. So here are some of the latest ones we've just added. YouTube starter kit, concepts to click is just if you want a simple website, streaming like a pro. So for those of you that didn't know how to stream into Facebook groups when all that changed, we built a course around it. Sell more with StanStore. Launch Lab, we do $100,000 to $400,000 during our signature launches. So I teach you how to launch. And the art of self-discipline, anybody here need more discipline? So we did a course on that too that goes with one of my best-selling books. Receive these fast action bonuses. So this is open. The enrollment for this is open until Tuesday night at midnight, okay? These bonuses go away and the program is closing. So this is what you get. Rock Your Mindset Bootcamp. So obviously a lot of people need to work on their mindset. Rock your business on social media. So that's just for those of you that are I'm just kind of new to all this, that would be a good one. Social media sales mastery. Any of you that put you need to work on your sales when we did the Wheel of Branding, I want you to start that one. Social media sales mastery, that'll be epic for you. Business Breakthrough Bootcamp. So that one is just kind of a crash course. So some of you are I need a little direction here. It's just a very quick crash course. From 0 to 5K in 30 days, that one's really specific for short form video. So if you want to get really good at Reels and TikTok and all of that. And also you'll get a call with our certified master coach. And she's actually our client experience manager as well to customize your success track. So that's a bonus for all of you. We will offer that call. And you're going to get step-by-step curriculum and exclusive perks. So you get everything here that you see, the personalized success tracks, the hands-on application, monthly accountability Zooms with me, new courses every month, monthly Q&A Zooms, and fast action bonuses. As you can see the value here, look at this. This is definitely worth almost $23,000. Everything that's in here, hands down, it's a combination of membership, working through courses, but you also get the coaching with our Zoom calls. So $23,000 value, but it is not $23,000. You are going to pay for the lifetime option, and I'll explain another variation of that in a second, is a one-time payment of $997, or you can do a payment plan of $297. Our team just, thank you, Abby, put the link in the chat. So what this gets you, the $997 or the 4 payments of $297, it gets you lifetime access to this. So once you pay your tuition to come into the membership vault, you'll never have to pay again. All the new stuff we're adding in, you're going to get access to that as well. When you go to checkout, you will see an annual option. It's $497 a year, and it's just going to keep going as long as you want to be in it. You can cancel at any time. We do have the $497 option. The reason why we don't have a month-to-month payment plan, we did back in the day, is because I was finding the people coming in weren't committed. So like I said, I'm not interested in working with people who are going to dip their toe in the water and they're like, I don't know. I'm interested in people who are like, I'm in, I'll figure out the payment stuff, put me in coach, let's go. So that's why you see those options. So we have the $997, that's lifetime access, or 4 payments of $297. And then you'll see when you go to checkout, there is an annual option as well. Now, for all of you that are coming in on lifetime, which most people do lifetime, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a lifetime enrollment bonus, okay? Every month, basically what you're going to get is our PLR library. It's our private label rights library. If you've seen PLR, basically what that means is you can take anything that I've put in our PLR library, you can download it into Canva, put your face on the cover or make it faceless, and you can use it as a lead magnet or resell it. So if you've seen people selling low ticket things in their StanStore and all of that, this is a great starting point for people who don't have good lead magnets, don't have low ticket items to sell, kind of getting used to all of that online. So we have dozens of private label rights products in here. We're adding new ones every month. So everybody who chooses lifetime, you also get the private label rights library. which is pretty sweet. You can see some examples of some of the ones we've recently added in here. There's business, there's mindset in here. We'll be expanding with different niches as we go along as well. And this is really cool. We're only doing this for you guys this week. For those of you that come in with lifetime, you're also going to get 5 of our certifications. And I'm sure some of you have completed our certifications. Let us know in the comments below. How did you like the certification process? We actually have a really simple system for certifications. There's 5 core modules you're going to go through for each one, 5 outcome objectives. You'll submit everything and you'll receive your certification. What a great way to build up your authority, your street cred, your visibility, and just for your own confidence, right? So you can reach out to our team, Tracy. Yeah, just email us at thegolddiggergirl@gmail.com. So we have branding strategists for those of you that want to become a branding strategist and you want to work with others to help them with their branding. You become a branding strategist. And these are all, they'll just be there for you. You can take them at any time. You don't have to take them. You can pick and choose. You can become a business strategist. So if you like the idea of kind of doing what I do, where you work with other people to help them with their businesses, a mindset coach. So really cool because it's kind of a blend between life coach and a mindset coach. So you become a certified mindset coach, a high performance coach. So that would be if you want to focus on productivity, peak performance. And then a social media marketing expert would be somebody who is specializing in social media. What I hear a lot from these is people say that they learn so much from themselves by going through the certification. So it could be good for you just to go through them. So is the vault right for you? This membership program will work well for you if you are a network marketer, a coach, direct seller, affiliate marketer, course creator, consultant, digital marketer, author, speaker, service provider, brand designer, freelancer, virtual assistant, copywriter, content creator, web designer, PR manager, influencer, ads manager, or photographer. Basically, if you're building your brand in any way on social media, you can even have a brick and mortar. One of our clients owns fitness studios, but she wanted to have an online presence. So if you want to be online in some way, then this is the right fit for you. So how will I know which courses to take? Upon enrollment, you will complete the Success Track quiz and you're going to immediately get your curated course list. Tracy says, since hiring Kimberly a year ago, I was able to grow my Instagram from under 1,000 followers to almost 150,000. She has poured so much belief into me and it's been life-changing. My life and business look drastically different than they did, and I'm forever thankful for Kimberly. Pamela says, I've been working in my profession as a CPA for over 30 years, slowly growing my business before being introduced to Kimberly. This year alone, I brought on 50 new clients through Instagram using methods I learned from her. I am on track to double my business next year. Isn't that cool? I just love that. Slice me up. Okay, $9.97, lifetime access, gives you everything that we talked about in the vault, gives you the Zoom calls, you get the private label rights library, you get the certifications at $9.97 or 4 payments of $297. When you go to checkout, you'll see the Vault annual plan option as well if you don't want to do lifetime. If you do the Vault annual plan, you do not get the certifications and you do not get the private label rights library. So you might be thinking, well, I want to do this, but I need to get my niche figured out first. I need to get my brand figured out, right? Or you might be thinking, I need to, get some clients first to be able to do this, or fill in the blank, right? Well, here's a different perspective. Everything you think you need first, we're going to help you with, and you will do it the right way the first time. I'm sure some of you are like, man, I learned this all wrong, right? We don't want that. Okay. Then you have to unlearn. And if you have to unlearn, that's okay. We'll work with you and help you, but it's better just to do it right the first time. So we're going to show you inside the vault how to get clients, and possibly for the first time ever, you actually start getting paid consistently for the time that you put in. So again, $9.97, 4 payments of $297. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here with me and doing this. It's been so much fun. I want to thank Team Gold Digger as well. You guys rock. And share this with a friend. If you do enroll in the vault, please definitely send me a DM and say, hey, Kimberly enrolled. Take a screenshot of your enrollment. Share that in your stories. Let people know. You can tag me at the Gold Digger Girl. And just for if you watch this webinar, put it in your stories and tag me at the Gold Digger Girl. Make sure my eyes are open and throw it in your stories and tag me. I'll give you a shout out for doing that. I would really appreciate it. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So excited to work with you, Laura Lee, and everyone else who enrolls. We're going to have this open until Tuesday at midnight. If you have any questions, you can email us or you can reach out to me in the team through Messenger, and we're happy to answer those questions for you. So excited to spend this time with you so you guys can crush your brands and make that money on social media. And I would absolutely love to work with you inside of the vault. Thank you guys so much for being on. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon. My company is called The Goal Digger Girl, and we serve female entrepreneurs, teaching them how to use social media. So simple systems, online strategies, and sales and marketing. So really anyone who wants to be able to take their brick and mortar online or maybe scale their business, monetize their personal brand, we teach them exactly how to do it through social media. For me personally, I was a selfish reason to come onto social. I was flying all over the country. I was doing weekend events. I was missing my kids. I just was missing all the things. And I thought, gosh, if I could do this from my cell phone, that's going to allow me to have that time freedom. So that's why I got on. But when I started having these different niches, different industries of women coming, I realized anybody can sell on social. Anyone can build a business. As we've seen, we really don't know what the future looks like. So being able to pivot and take your maybe brick and mortar offline and add an online dimension can be so powerful for anyone. The ultimate mission is to allow women to own their voice, own their worth, and know that they can make a difference. If we can ignite a fire in others, then they're going to show up differently. They're going to show up as a different wife, a different mom. And that starts to impart that, change in a community. And with social media, you literally can impact people all around the world. So what kind of gets me out of bed in the morning and keeps me up late at night is this drive that I have to ignite the fire in others, to inspire change, lasting change for themselves, their families, their communities, and eventually, I really think we can change the world. For those that are wanting to know more about what we do and how they can get into our community, head to our website, thegoaldiggergirl.com, and you're going to see a spot to enroll into our free community and come hang out with us. We have content. I do brand new trainings in there every single week. We have guest trainers. And then follow me anywhere on social for new content. I am literally on every platform. You can find me at The Goal Digger Girl on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, wherever you're hanging out. I'd love to connect with you. Definitely shoot me a DM and say hello.